What's good? About to go live. About to go live just for a little bit. How's everyone doing this morning? You know what? As much as I like what's happening, I'm kind of in the vibe just listening to music right now. Hey Q, what's up? Yes, I'm finally coming out in the sun. Yes, I'm coming out in the sun today. Who's ready for this verses tonight, though? That's what I'm ready for. I'm doing good, Q. Just waking up, trying to get some things together for graduation. Just decided to go live before I go out running a few errands. You know what I'm saying? Got Marvin playing in the background. Oh, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Mm. What is your favorite R&B collaboration? Donny Hathaway and Roberta Flack's The Closer I Get to You is probably among my favorites. But something did come up when I was really like waking up. Is it me or are these like half these rappers more famous for how many baby mamas they have other than their music? I'm just being real. Cause it seems like we know more about the baby mamas, like and shit. But anyway, it's cool. Nobody's watching. Mhm. Yeah, I would think a lot of people will be up right now and shit, but it's the morning. It is what it is. Yeah, man. Tonight at midnight, the Wyclef review and shit. Shit. What to talk about? What to talk about? So Hulu did a documentary on Astroworld already and stuff like that, which is very interesting, but very, very interesting. Shout out to Ashley, by the way. Yeah, yeah, Q. Yeah, you mentioned that shit to me yesterday. But yeah, a lot of people were mad that Jay became a lot of people did become mad that Jay-Z became the president of Def Jam Records and stuff like that. And from what I looked up, it was mostly from like the elder veterans and stuff like that. But I'm gonna be quite honest, Def Jam Records, if you look at the history, whenever there was like a new turnover, and what I mean by turnover, like the 98 roster or whatever, or even like back in the mid 90s, even back in the mid 90s when what's his name? You know, when they were like catering to the West Coast artists, like, you know, the Warren G's and the Jail Felonies, you know, LL, he got mad because he felt like the 14 Shots to the Dome album wasn't as promoted like the Mama Said Knock You Out album and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And so and so you can say the same thing when in 1998, when, you know, Murder Inc. Well, not Murder, Rough Riders and Rockefeller became part of the whole Def Jam family tree. You had people like when we talked about the Onyx Shut 'Em Down album, they Onyx felt like they were not really getting the right promotion or stuff like that because I think at that time Leo Cohen was trying to get them out the label or whatever. And then fast forward to when Jay became president in '04. If you look at, well, who did Jay bring out in like around that time? You had the Rihannas, you had the Kanyes, you had the Jeezys, you had the Rick Rosses, guys that pretty much became legends in their own right and stuff like that too. But at the same time, you had like the people like the Ghost Faces, the Redmans, the Method Mans. What's Cat's name? What's dude's name? What's dude's name that was on? Fuck. What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? But yeah, you get the point and shit like that. They got mad because their albums were not promoted that well either. And mind you, Ghost Ghostface pretty much came to Def Jam like the tail beginning of when Jay became the president of Def Jam and stuff like that. And it's quite evident that because, you know, the album cover of the Pretty Tony album, if you think about it now, by the way, what's up, Sean, Antoine, Tim? What's up to y'all? I saw y'all. I was just caught up in my rambling and stuff like that. Like, if you really look into Sean, if you want to come on in, let me know. If you really look into like what happened around that time too, you know, the front cover of the Pretty Tony album came from the classic Jay-Z Fade to Black concert and stuff like that too. So that's something I just kind of noticed on, you know what I'm saying? So it's interesting. But yeah, Def Jam just pretty much had that history about who's in control, who's the what's up power and stuff like that. Okay, people coming in the morning. Okay, shit. Yeah, but ask me anything right now. I'm pretty good and shit. And speaking of Ghostface, the Wu Tang reviews are coming back this month. as well as a dancehall review. So that's something to look forward to because I'm not gonna. I do kind of miss doing the Woo reviews. I haven't really done a Woo review since I want to say Bulletproof Wallets. I want to say because, like I said, and part of me is because I'm not gonna lie. Post the W, or excuse me, post Supreme Clientele, a lot of the solo Who album, or minus Ghostface discography, has been kind of hit or miss. So a lot of those might not be the good reviews and shit like that. Cough cough, Method Man the prequel, which that album is coming. I know a lot of people been asking me, it's coming, it's coming. I want to go through at least two albums before I touch that one. So yeah, Method Man got mad at Diddy and Def Jam. He was mostly mad at Diddy because at that time Diddy executive produced that album and shit too, and it wasn't really like the best album. It might actually it was his worst album. I had not heard that album in years and shit like that too. So I love Meth. I love Meth and shit like that. But he has been his first two albums and the Blackout album are my favorite shits. 421 was good. It was very good, but I don't know if I would call it a great album because it did have a little filler, but it was way better than the prequel. Plus, like he's doing his thing now on the Power, so I think he's more focused on acting a bit now and shit like that. But one album from the second wave that I really can't wait to talk about, no lie, is the Master Ace no not Master Killer's No Set Date. My opinion, one of the most underrated Wu albums, period. If that was released maybe in the earlier 2000s, it might have been better, but that has some heat though. I'm not gonna lie, that album has some heat. Yeah, Antoine, I was not really a big fan of that album either. So yeah. Yeah, Takal 1 and Takal 2, man. Hell, I probably might have to put Takal 2 a slightly above. Slightly. Because, well, it was good, but I feel like there was too many skits on that album. But the first Takal is just a classic, man. It was just so fucking hard and grimy and whatever and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I love that. It's not that I'm not a fan of Lupe. I like Lupe. I just kind of get bothered with a lot of people at that time referring to him as like a lyrical savior or whatever. And he's good. I just prefer his first two albums, really. And Food and Liquor is actually my favorite album he's done. The Cool, the Cool was good. I like the Cool and stuff like that. That was like probably like a near perfect album in my opinion. I felt like the Cool had better singles like Superstar, Hip Hop Saved My Life. Oh my god, it all went downhill with Lasers, in my opinion. Hey, are you still available Sunday for the Atlantic Records? A lot of people had issues with Atlantic, so it's no surprise really that he had issues with them too. So, um, shit. What was I going to do? I'm going to show y'all something. So tell me why. I finally found a copy of the Hey Arnold vinyl for like the musical score, and it's like $50 fucking. And I don't know why, but I'm kind of tempted on getting it because let me tell y'all something. I never really told a lot of people. Two TV shows really got me into jazz. Hey Arnold and Taxi and stuff like that too. So I kind of want to get that vinyl. I don't even mind paying the 50 if I just save up my bread and shit. Okay, yeah, man. I'm not mad at you like lasers and shit. Food and Liquor 2, Food and Liquor 2 was just bad because of the production. I feel like some of the beats was just kind of bland. Tetsu and Youth was cool. It was good. It was probably his best album since The Cool, but still. I also cannot wait to talk about DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince discography and shit. Really cannot wait to talk about that one. Shout out to Tribe, by the way. Me and him did the BMF retrospective season one. We also did top five underrated Spike Lee joints. So don't even get me started on little brother Antoine. But still, they didn't get that much promotion, but they still had that cult following, like with their first two albums. And shout out to Knight and Xavier, his son. Shout out to them too. Ninth over here doing big things. Yeah, Q. A lot of cats were signed to Atlantic. So vinyl. Yeah, Death Row again. Suge Knight. Suge Knight was not giving people their rightful money and stuff like that. Heck, even Pop, from what I looked up, kind of had issues with money. That's why he wanted to do the whole Machiavelli records and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? A little trivia. Snoop Dogg had that album, The Last Meal, and stuff like that too. And the reason why he called the album The Last Meal was because he was still when he left Death Row for New No Limit, he was still in contract for other albums and stuff like that, and he was getting cheated at his royalties and stuff like that. So I think like a percent of those album things went to Suge Knight. So that's why the next album after The Last Meal, he called it "Paid the Cost to Be the Boss." So yeah, it's also kind of funny too because Corrupt actually went back to Death Row Records during the early 2000s and stuff like that. And then that kind of caused a rift between Snoop, Daz, and Corrupt and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Waka Flocka and Ti were there at that time too. And it's kind of crazy because at that time when Lasers was dropping, was falling, Waka was coming out with that "Oh Let's Do It" track too. So, which no lie, I do fuck with that song. That Flockavelli, even though I do not like the title, It has some heat though. It has some heat. I'm not gonna lie, and a lot of people kind of call it like a trap classic or whatever. So, yep, MJ was having issues with Sony at that time too. So, yep, Tommy Mottola. Well, personally, I don't like the Nigga Please album because, for one, it didn't really have the same oomph as Return to the 36 Chambers. Like a lot of songs was just a lot more comedic songs. Yeah, he was talking about like the government. The song with Lil Mo was actually my favorite track off the album. No cap. But still, just because like an artist, and this is why I go back to when people want to do the whole mature route when they want to talk about different things or jump into different styles. You still got to have that formula people are used to you having. That's just the main gist of it all. Everyone by South Park, man. I might have to do a video on the top 5 rappers people bite off one day. Yeah, Antoine, Atlantic Records back in those days, man. Aretha, Ray Charles, Wilson Pickett, hell, Led Zeppelin, and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They were on their game at that time too. I don't know what happened during the 80s and shit. I don't know what happened, but it just new management and stuff like that. I don't know. Yeah, Q, the Are You Still Down? From when I looked up, was supposed to be one of an original album and stuff like that too. So yeah, I want to say like late 95, 96, but Pop Drops was recording a lot of shit. I can't really keep up on everything and stuff like that too, but yeah. And mind you, that's the only posthumous Pac album I would ever talk about. So sorry until the end of time, sorry, better days, yeah. This is such a vibe right now. Oh my god. Anybody saw the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, by the way? Really, Tim? Okay. I like that that album has more of a fan base now. Because that album has some heat. Like it actually has some original tracks and stuff like that too. Like the majority of the album is original, which I can really accept. And even like the tracks where they did the whole polish, kind of redid the beats, it still worked. It still worked. Like the song I Wonder If Heaven Got a Ghetto. No cap. That's actually one of my first pop songs I've heard, believe it or not. So I know people say that Better Days had some original tracks, but shit. Yeah, that's the thing. The early pop heads would love the Are You Still Down album. That's for the early pop heads and shit. So that's a dope point that you put out. Yeah, that my favorite that came out after he died because he did not mess up Persian and the train anything. That's right, Q. No, I'm gonna go into my rock heads right now. Got that cream playing in the background and shit. Let me tell y'all something. Jack Bruce, one of the greatest rock vocalists of all time. No cap. As much as I like Clapton, he was always my favorite member. Bruce was always my favorite member from Cream and shit. Hellraiser, oh my god, Hellraiser was my shit. Q, Born Again had some joints. I like Rap Phenomenon. I like Dead Wrong, but that's just about it. I didn't care for Notorious. I got tired of that. But I would listen to that one over the Duets album. Because my issue with the Born Again was they reused a lot of the popular Biggie verses and they had guest appearances. And 9 times out of 10, I don't like when people do that. And since Biggie only dropped really 2 albums, well, technically 3 if you want to throw in the Junior Mafia Conspiracy, even though that was a group album, which an album that we got to talk about. Excuse me. But yeah, speaking of that Conspiracy album, though, whew, Reminiscence Junior Mafia, man, come on. Backstabbers, White Chalk. Oh fuck. Yeah, Stax Records and Atlantic, yeah, they used to be partners with one another. That's probably one of my favorite record labels from that time too. Like Motown, Stax, Atlantic. When it came to R&B music, man, they were hitting. They were at their game. Philadelphia didn't come into the 70s, and the rest is history. um, I would even throw in the Ozzy Brothers T-Neck record. I would throw that in there too. What else? Mercury Records had some heat during the 70s. Okay. Let me get that sunshine of your love. You know, I got to go to the live version. The live version of this. I actually love Pringles. I love Pringles chips, man. Like my mama used to always buy them chips growing up. Mm. Even if Puffy would have did the same thing than Pop did, it still wouldn't have been a success, I guess. Here's my I have like I said, they should have just had like a unreleased tracks. Like I know they had the original version of Biggie and Said Come On. They could probably throw in um some remixes and shit like that. Like the unreleased DJ Premier remix of Machine Gun Funk. They could have done so much with them posthumous albums and shit. And that's the same feeling I had when Faith Evans did that King and I. 1 year later, she married Stevie J, 16. Not Cream may not be the greatest musicians. Man, shut the fuck up. Cream would shit all over the Beatles. Get the fuck out of here. Hell, Cream would shit all over the Stones. Let's be real. What about Michael Jackson? Are you talking about his posthumous albums? I didn't care for the Michael Posthumous album because, like I said, that was the Imposters. The Escape had some joints, but yeah, I have to be in a good mood to hear some shit from Escape because that did have some original tracks too. I was disappointed with the Thriller 25 remaster because for an album that is like the biggest selling album of all time, one of the most influential albums, y'all could have added some unreleased shit, but they gave us those whack remixes with Fergie and Will I Am. Jesus Christ. And I remember people were making a big deal out of the 25. I mean, at the time it was cool, but after hearing the unreleased tracks like the Carousel track, I mean, come the fuck on. Carousel, oh my god. That should have been on that shit. Emily Jefferson. I don't know what the fuck you talking about, but probably a troll or spam. I don't know. Fuck it. Yeah, the Michael album was garbage. Yeah, that album caused a lot of controversy because a lot of the tracks, even from Michael's family, said it wasn't really him. Teddy Riley was saying it was him. Matter of fact, I'm gonna post a video from the Black Femininity TV. She did the whole dope breakdown of it. Shout out to her channel, by the way. I just posted it on the link. Yeah, man. Antoine, my best bet to you would be go to eBay. Amazon, maybe for like the Otises and the Isaacs, you might find those at a decent price. But if you have like a good record store, they would have a lot of those albums. The whole marriage should not even have happened in the first place. I'm sorry. Like, I know people say, "Oh, you can't hide, you can't, you can't hide your feelings," but I'm gonna be real, and I'm gonna be 100% honest. If I had a friend that died, and the wife of the friend that died wanted to get with me, I would never touch her. Just be real. That's that fucking Sam Cooke, Bobby Womack shit. Even though Bobby said he was trying to protect her, but we all know the stories with what happened with that marriage. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, no problem, Antoine. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna charge my laptop. personally, this is all I'm going to say about that vinyl. If you know you did not have sex with somebody, just say you did not have sex with somebody. That's all I'm going to say about it. If anybody asked me if I had sex with Leslie Jones, I would say hell no, I didn't have sex with Leslie Jones and shit. I hate, and it's not just with these celebrities. They do this shit all the time. I'm not going. They do this crap all the time. When there's rumors about somebody sleeping with who, somebody sleeping with, they gonna be all like playing wishy washy. Like what happened with Darius McQuarrie, the dude who played Eddie Winslow and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Why he was accused of having sex with that tranny or whatever. Antoine, is there an album you are particularly looking for? Because I can send you the link if you want. Because no lie, I need to get me some Otis Redding albums and shit too. Because I was thinking about talking about Otis in 2022. I know I got the Dictionary of Soul album, which is a good album. I like it, but I want to get the Otis Blue album on some real shit. Q, I haven't really heard the Jimi Hendrix posthumous albums, to be honest with you. So, but I've heard those kind of fared a bit better than the hip hop ones. But yeah, have y'all ever heard that Zap cover of the Flamingos? I Only Had Eyes for You. That shit is hot. I'm probably gonna stay on live till about maybe 11:30 ish, cause yeah, probably till about 11:30 ish, cause I'm trying to get some things done before 3 o'clock. Cause y'all be careful about this new ovarian, this new variant that's coming out. Bro, I did not even realize I fell asleep mad early last night. I think last night I fell asleep about 1 ish or 12:30 something. I was so tired. I made some dinner. I ate the dinner. Working out. I was gonna lay down until I started working on some music again. Then I fell asleep. Huh, Jesus Christ! But yep, next week is gonna be even more rougher. It's just so graduation. Yeah, man, this whole decade, man. I'm not trying to do this whole bullshit this whole decade, man. Fuck a mask. I'm tired of all these wearing a mask and shit like that. I'm tired of all that shit. But what's the point of getting vaccinated if y'all gonna come out with different variants and shit? But okay, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on that. Has Has anybody ever heard the Band of Gypsies album from Hendrix? Because that is the only Hendrix album when he was alive. Because he was working on that album that I don't have. Okay, who's coming out? Oh, the Styles P and Havoc album comes out tomorrow. Okay, that might be something to check out. Let's see what's happening in the R&B world or pop world and shit. Okay, nothing's really good is coming out today. I might check that Styles P out. Fuck it. Okay, so it's an absolute masterpiece. All right. What is the one thing you don't like about Justin Timberlake? I just never really, personally, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not. I might get some flack for this. I don't think he's that good of a singer. Yeah, yeah, I said it. I don't think he's that good of a singer. People make him out to be way overrated. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, vinyl. You have to mask up. I'm just tired of the pandemic in general and just wearing a mask and stuff like that. That's what I'm not saying how we should wear a mask. I'm not in that wavelength because personally, I don't give a fuck really if you wear a mask or not. But yeah, rumors. Tip versus Weezy. Is that rumors like is gonna be the next verses? Because if so, then I might be okay with that. Ah, best lead singer to Temptations. That's a hard one right there. Very hard one. Very, 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 very hard one. Antoine, I'm gonna come back to your question because I had to think about that. Pandemic sucks, man. Oh shit. Okay. Oh really? How it's allegedly the next verses. Okay. Both rappers, at that time were killing it. So personally, I feel like Wayne was gonna watch Ti personally, but yeah, because people don't give Dennis a lot of credit for carrying the Temptations after Ruffin's departure and shit like that. Mind you, Dennis got them their first Grammy. I don't think any songs from the David Ruffin got them a Grammy nod or anything like maybe a Grammy nod. I don't think they didn't win no Grammys with David. But like I said, I'm not always gonna base off my musical likes based off an award or stuff like that unless I feel like it's truly justified. Yep. And it's crazy too. If you guys remember, that was one of the reasons why he left the group because he was fired uh, because the fact that Norman Whitfield put like a lot of the attention on Dennis that you could barely hear the Temptations and shit like that. Do you feel? Oh, this was wrong for me. Um, I mean, from a business standpoint, I'm not surprised because like you got to remember he missed. From what I've read, he missed rehearsals, the drug intake and whatnot, the ego and whatnot. But at the same time, if you look at music wise and shit like that, the departure of David Ruffin started a long line of personnel change for Temptations and stuff like that. Like, mind you, like the Dennis Otis, Melvin, Paul, Eddie lineup was good. It was just as good. But once Paul and Eddie left, yeah, that's when it started becoming problematic. Yeah, vinyl. I am gonna be streaming the vinyl tonight. I mean, the verses tonight, and I'm already letting you guys know that since it's a DJ competition, I'm only gonna go live once I see D36 and Bone Thugs live because I kind of wasted a lot of my StreamYard minutes due to that long ass DJ competition and stuff like that. Easy Q. She fell off after Ray of Light. She fell off after Ray of Light. Yeah, I did not like music. I felt like music was Ray of Light light. No pun intended. Okay, that would most definitely be perfect. And do you mind if I see some of the models or know about the agency and also get more information from you about your services before we move forward? Yeah, because the Temptations were not really that group where it was like the Miracles or even like Diana Ross and the Supremes. Well, I'm not. You know what I mean? Because the Temptations had at least three lead singers that can carry their own, and of course Melvin in the background can carry his own too. With the bass and whatnot too, and shit too. So yeah, man. And even with the Four Tops, even though Levi was like the signature voice of the Four Tops and stuff like that, you had occasions where like Duke and all of them had personalities of their own and whatnot. Yeah, Papa was a Rolling Stone, man. That song, ooh, oh my God. Classic, classic, classic. I didn't even know this song was playing, but I heard this song a lot of times this week, so let me take a little break from that before I get tired of it. Yeah, the longer version, man. You know what's crazy about that, Antoine? They did not like recording that song because they 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 want Otis wanted the ballad. Dennis got mad because of the line in the song, the instrumentation. I may have to do a video on that one day. I may have to. But mind you, that song got them a Grammy again. I think it got them two Grammys, if I'm not mistaken. And Otis said that was actually the last classic that they've ever done. Um, yeah. It's crazy because people actually say that he didn't really commit suicide. They don't actually know how he died because I think he was right-handed, but the gun was at his left hand. There's a lot of weird things when it comes to Paul Williams' death, man. It's kind of sad. thinking about that his family never got the true justice about that. Okay, I can call you after I wrap up this stream. Give me at least about 20. Okay, I'm gonna remaster it later. What is my favorite Whispers album? Very good question. Just Gets Better with Time from '87. Yeah, man, I love Rocksteady, Title Track. Like Babyface and LA Reid did their thing on that production. That's actually, believe it or not, one of my favorite albums Babyface did. And actually one of my favorite one of my all the favorite albums that Solar Records put out, in my opinion. That's another record label that does not get its just due. The Solar Records, man, like Shalimar, and stuff like that. They're definitely like Leon Silva's definitely did his thing on that sound and shit like that. I'm on the other line right now. Is everything okay? All right, that's one thing I don't like doing videos in the morning because I get calls and stuff like that. So that's why y'all always see me at nighttime. Okay. Oh, Shaky Ground. That song was another dope song and shit like that. Very funky for the Temptation. Like the mid '70s stuff was like a lot more funkier and whatnot. It's like each year they got more and more funkier, which I kind of like that period from them. But at the same time, you didn't really get to hear like a lot of the voice because also at that time you had like Richard Street, who was one of the original Temptations, coming back in that role too, which again another underrated Temptation, but I feel like a lot of the members were not really utilized that well in that time. Exactly, Tim. Exactly. It's the business. The Chronic one. 1992. That's my all-time favorite Dre album. I love 2001. Don't get me wrong, but the first Chronic always does something to me. I don't know what it is. Just everybody was in their rawest and hungriest form and shit. Yeah, I actually like David Banner's music. I haven't heard a lot of his albums in a good while on some real shit, so I'm gonna have to come back to you. I'm gonna have to come back to you on my favorite album from him. So don't get me lying. Yeah, niggas for life. Believe it or not, I feel like that might be just as good as the Chronic in terms of production. Like I even love the production on Living Like Hustlers too. Like Dre during that period, man, he was just on another zone, man. Like that period post straight out of Compton, pre the Chronic, he was just on another level at that time, man. Come on. Another album, DOC's No One Can Do It Better. Oh my god. I never heard Dennis Edwards solo album, so I'm definitely gonna check that out. Okay. Oh, that's what's up, Final. Yeah, I heard that's one of the albums I definitely heard over the years and stuff like that. Oh, Jesus. Alright, I'm good on music for right now. I'm gonna watch me some. I'm gonna try to laugh for a little bit. What to watch? What to watch? What to watch? Go on HBO Max. I never heard Crooked Letters before, so that's definitely something to look into. Yeah, Antoine, I'm not gonna lie, that reunion album really rejuvenated the Temptations for the 80s and whatnot. But again, problems still arose and stuff like that because that reunion didn't really last so fucking long. The Muffin King has finally came. La 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 la. Oh, I haven't watched the Boondocks in a while. That's a vibe. All right. Yeah. I'm glad you liked that War and Peace review because that review was a headache for me. But that's one thing I like about doing the reviews on albums where I don't have a strong opinion on because it really opens my eyes to sometimes why the album is not that bad. And I like backing shit up, you know what I'm saying? Because for me, just talking about like a random album I like, it's cool and all that shit, but it's just like, okay, I like this track, I like that track. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad y'all liking these reviews and shit because ain't nobody else really gonna talk about this shit. Let's see this shit. Nah, I'm actually gonna watch the Usher episode. But screw Adult Swim for screwing over with the Boondocks. That's all I gotta say. Ooh, I swear, Tom and Sarah are just a mess. I appreciate that, Vinyl. I appreciate that. Like I said, stay tuned tonight. It's going to be the anticipated review on the Carnival. That's going to be at midnight special time because of the fucking verses, of course. But if the verses run a little longer and stuff like that, I will probably update y'all on the time because I don't really work until 12 p.m. tomorrow, so I'm really going to sleep in. So, yep, Wyclef joint. Oh, Jesus Christ. Girl, it's not even that funny. Are you asking what's the worst Wyclef album? Or are you saying the Carnival is the worst Wyclef album? I'm confused. To all the girls I loved. To all the girls I loved. That is my shit. Video version sucked. Ding, 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 ding. To all the girls I loved. Well, that review might be coming a little later because I'm debating on talking about Life Now, Cry Later this month, but I'm not too sure yet. I'm gonna stay on for another 10 minutes, y'all. Confunction, Antoine, because I haven't really heard that much breast connection stuff. I swear to God, Ruckus. Oh man, speaking of Confunction, Antoine, have you ever heard Confunction's first album? Very funkier compared to what's to come and stuff. Damn, everyone is trying to get my attention this morning, man. What the fuck? I be hating it when people want to check on me, then they ask me if I'm free. You's a bitch. Oh man, what's going on? Huey is funny as fuck. Yeah, man. Hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah, that fun song, definitely. Who has the time? I mean, that was just some really laid back. And surprisingly, I was not really a big fan of them at first and stuff like that. So yeah. Oh my god. Why is everybody hitting me up? The channel probably has to get rescanned. I'll probably stop by a little later to look at it. Morning Sunshine, definitely have to check that out. Jesus Christ. It's like the one time I do a morning stream, everyone is hitting my ass up. Anyway. Anyway. What time is it? 11:24. Okay, I'm staying on for another 5. So who has heard of the 1994 album from Nice and Smooth? That Jewel of the Night album. I never heard that joint before. It will have to be a little after 12 because I'm literally about to brush my teeth right now and get changed up. Period. And that would be fine. Lord have mercy, I swear to God. Right. And the only reason why I'm not cutting my phone is because I'm actually expecting a text from somebody and shit too. And stuff like that too, which the person who I have to call after is very important and stuff like that too. So that's why I have my phone like this. But it's just like, dude, this is like the only time I have I can actually sleep in a little bit. I decided to do a stream. Now everyone wants to hit my ass up and shit. But Red, do you do tech work? Um, like what you mean by tech work? Are you talking about like fixing computers, software kind of shit like that? Okay, I hear what you're saying. Period. Okay. As long as I am back here by 3 o'clock, that's all I want. I don't know if you're gonna be home around 2 or 2:30, but can you save me? Yo, Love's Train. I love. That's actually the song that made me a Confunction fan. Okay, that's stupid, but okay. Tickets. And I'm over here trying to get ready for graduation too, so it's just like, y'all, I'm over here trying to handle my shit right now. I don't have time to be doing this stupid stuff. Okay, yeah, that's what I That's what I was looking for, my vaccination card. Okay. Do you think Timberlake is a culture vulture? Honestly, I really don't think he's a culture vulture to an extent. I really did not want to go with my old kid. I really, 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 really don't want to. Lord have mercy. Okay. Every fucking time. Okay, so you haven't heard that either. Okay. Yeah, good memories on shit. Yeah, you should have been hit me with this, lady, but why am I not surprised? Girl, do not fucking rush me. I swear. I hate people. Like, first of all, are you gonna give me any gas money? Because I'm not trying to go all the way over there at this time, especially during this 12 o'clock traffic. Nah. Probably 12:15 the latest. Is that okay for you? Question mark. I really just want to have a day to my fucking self. I really starting to get really fucking annoyed. Okay. All right. What y'all talking about now? What y'all talking about? Let's see. Let me see if I missed any comments because I think I missed a few people. But yeah, I'm actually about to end this off for the night. I mean, for the morning and stuff like that because, like I said, I don't want my whole morning. I don't want my whole morning really being wasted. I actually want to get a few things done and stuff like that. But stay tuned tonight when it's gonna be a busy night. It's gonna be the verses streaming, the carnival tonight and stuff like that. So yeah, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in with me this morning, and I will see y'all in about 9 hours. Peace.